Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the best mods of the week in Baldur's Gate 3's Mod Manager. We had 23 mods to cover with a mix of everything and some incredible mods this week, including mods that let you use your own physical dice in-game. We got crafting mods letting you create some short bows, some incredible outfit mods, even ones for Elden Ring fans. We got mods that let you capture creatures into a ball and then release them elsewhere, a Kitsune Race mod, we got some class mods, and much more to cover today. And sometimes it feels like the dice are not working in our favor in Baldur's Gate 3, and that can now be fixed because you can actually now use your own physical dice with this manual dice roll mod by DLast1 Mod. Now this actually has a mod configuration menu requirement if you want to use this here, but if you just have the script extender installed, you can also use this. So this unfortunately will not be one that comes to console, but this is the menu here if you want to use this. It actually has the menu input there versus the mod configuration menu. I'll be doing a video very shortly on the mod configuration menu because I just think it's an incredible way to have some extra different types of mods, kind of similar if you've used other games, especially Cyberpunk is very similar with this, but in a nutshell, you just need Baldur's Gate 3, the script extender, and alternatively, you can also have the mod configuration menu. I definitely recommend it because it's just so much cleaner, but has a built-in anti-cheat. You can input your physical D20 results. You get to input damage results. It has everything here. If you're a fan of D&D, this is a very interesting way to now play Baldur's Gate. And I think there's something cool about using your own favorite dice in Baldur's Gate 3. So yeah, this is a definite must-have for D&D fans. Next up, we got the GrannyDIY project by _Sem here, which lets you actually create your own types of bows. So basically, you got these recipes here, adding different types of gems, like the Onyx can add necrotic damage. You can infuse this with your bow here, and then you go ahead with this item you can purchase at Exviac in Act 3 or Daemon in Act 1. So you can see here, we fused that Onyx and now got a Lich Bow, which adds in additional necrotic damage. You can also combine it with a Scroll of Magic Missile to get another buff on top of the weapon, and then this makes it a more powerful version, which infuses the Magic Missile into it. And then you can combine that bow with an arrow of whatever your choice, and then this is going to enhance it even further. So we now have the Magic Lich Bow of Ice, which has a Magic Missile and Arrow of Ice, and additional necrotic damage on its attacks. And then last step, you can take a soul coin and combine it with that bow that we got there. And oops, I read the book wrong. It comes with the book so you can understand this. But step 4, actually for the soul coin, you have to use one of these weapons here. The bow of the Banshee, Darkfire Shortbow, Least Expected, or Blightbringer. So here we go. We got them sourced and yeah. I'll figure it out. This mod just came out 30 minutes ago in my defense. So yeah, that is the GrannyDIY project. Next up is an awesome outfit here, the Aureate Arpeggio Gilded Gown by Barry Semifreddo. Now say that 5 times fast. And a couple notes, this may be my new favorite outfit in Baldur's Gate 3. And these little frilly pieces here that have physics, really cool. I love when outfits have that going on. So this is for body types 1 and 2, tall races only. Humans, elves, half-elves, drow, tieflings, and body type 1 Githyanki, so Lae'zel can rock this. And like some of the other mods, it comes with a variety of different appearances too, so you can go with ones that have no sleeves. Not sleeves, but the like the cloak back piece part here, you can go with or without it. And like their other mods, we got full dye support here, so you can completely change the appearance of it. And I gotta say, this just looks amazing. And what's cooler is there's actually a few different other additional files if you got Nexus mods. So there's an actual tattoo. You have to go on the Nexus mods version. It's in the files here, so you can get the tattoo. And there's also a spicier version. And just so you guys know, I have been trying for the last hour to get this mod to download. I'm not sure what is happening here, but the Night of the Lunar Eclipse armor has been remade here by AS Reaper. This looks amazing, and how they've done it is really cool. And it actually uses vanilla elven chain from the base game here, and the metal gauntlets and boots. And I gotta say, this looks incredible. Now, the best part here is it's actually refitted for all body types. If you want to play as a Dragonborn, you can see there, this is amazing. Not a lot of mods do this, and you gotta admire the time and effort that goes into making things like this happen, because seriously, this looks really cool. So yeah, let's go through a few more of the body types here. This is an amazing set of armor. I love the helmet. I think it just looks so great. And happy we have something like this in Baldur's Gate 3. It looks similar to the Carrion Knight armor set, one of my favorites in the game. So this is so cool to see. And yeah, that's strange. I've never seen a mod not download like that. But next up, we got the ball character capture by Kira May. And there's actually a news article that wrote about this too, which is kind of funny. And you may have noticed earlier this week, I did a video on the best creature capture mods. I reviewed 3 different mods here, and this is one of them. What you can do with this is you can go around and you can capture whoever you want and take them wherever you want. With this mod, you can't make them like a combat companion. There's other mods like the Poke Flassa, which will let you do stuff like that. So yeah, you can come in here, find whoever you want to capture and bring back to wherever camp, I guess. And then you'll have the balls here that they got captured, and you can double click on them to find out who's in it. And then all you just got to do is throw it, and then they're going to appear there. So this can be pretty funny because you can get some characters into your camp that, you know, aren't really supposed to be there. So yeah, there is obviously things that can pop up and happen if you use a mod like this where, you know, a story relevant character being kidnapped and thrown into camp may cause issues. So just be warned about that before you use this mod, and just be responsible, I guess, while using it. But what's cool is you can then set up any type of cutscene you want, because you can have the actual characters there and reenact whatever scene you want. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. You can now have a bunch of traders at your camp and just use it whatever you want at camp. Just be mindful that switching between areas does oftentimes reset your camp. So if you're going to Rivington and back, goodbye Blurk, he might get sent to the astral plane. Next up, we got the Kitsune Race here by Mick MCS, which I accidentally missed this mod I was meant to cover last week, the Vulpine Starter Kit, which lets you make your character into a fox here, a nine-tailed fox if you want, which is actually kind of interesting. So yeah, this is something that, you know, if you're looking forward to making a different type of character or any different D&D style race, this mod can help out with that. And what's cool is that the ears here will actually match your highlight color. So yeah, you can get real creative with it. And the tails have physics and stuff like that as well. But this one here is the race mod. So this can add in a playable race with the racial passives and spells, which you can see here. You get a Spirit Touch, which can heal a character. Kitsune Paws makes you not take fall damage, increases your movement speed. Bonus attack rolls and saving throws with an action here or a spell, and it gives you resistance to damage types. I'll likely do a video on this in the future. I think this is really cool. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. And we got the Way of the Boulder, a hardy monk subclass here by the Wailing Bard. This is another homebrew by Laser Llama that they poured over and made into Baldur's Gate 3. And I gotta say, this is a really fun one. I was trying to make a joke about Chris from Resident Evil 5 punching a boulder, but I couldn't come up with one. This gives you the ability to give resistance to a particular damage type, similar to a Fiend Warlock can. You can use Constitution for your attack rolls. This is a definite fun monk subclass to check out, and here's the different passive abilities. You can also add your Constitution modifier to strength saving throws and checks when you're standing on solid ground, because you draw your power from the ground itself. And then once you make your way up to level 17, you get a special ability here, which you can shatter the ground, making difficult terrain with the mud. It's a really fun subclass here. We also got the Barbarian path, the Barbaria path, Lightning Vessel. This is based on the Steinhard's Guide to the Eldritch Hunt by Monkey DM. And you can see the full information there. This is a lightning themed class. And what I think is most interesting is you make the target take damage equal to their Constitution modifier doubled as lightning damage with a lot of the different effects like the electrified chains, the fulgurant strike here, and the lightning step. You can jump around and deal lightning damage in a large area of effect. This is a class I'll likely be covering in the future as well. It's an interesting one. Now we got a few different classes that redo base game classes. This is the Phase Protagonist, Archfey, Warlock, Reworked by Gray CR22. And honestly, this is a huge rework of the class, and it makes it so that you have a pact which you have to uphold, and honestly changes so many different things, so you may have some issues if you're using other mods, so just a heads up with this. But it draws inspiration from the Princess Bride and Inigo Montoya. So yeah, this does have some different conflictions here if you're going to be playing as Will. It's meant to play tricks on Will, because he's obviously meant to be a Fiend Warlock with Mizora there, so there are some different pranks in this section here. This is one that I don't have time to go over and test everything on, because it just came out today, actually just a few hours back, so yeah, there's a lot going on. It does make some changes to items and stuff here. It makes Father Alluve non-versatile, making me sad. I love Father Alluve. But it also adds in some new gear like the Ring of Light and Darkness, which can apply additional radiant necrotic damage if a target's blinded and has radiating orbs. I think it's kind of interesting. A lot of stuff going on under the hood of this mod, so this is definitely one to check out if you think that you want to play an Archfey Warlock and make them actually feel a little bit more powerful and thematic into the game. And next up, we got the Boars Before Bites beta by La Supernova. So this is an interesting one because this changes the scene for Astarion and makes it so that you have to walk near the exsanguished boar here. And this is actually a little bit of help from Hyperspace Towel, who I covered recently, and their huge early access content and restored mod. I did a full video on it because it's just incredible. Nice to see some teamwork here helping out. And there's going to be some future updates coming to this here. So it does cause some changes to certain files in the game, so just a heads up if you're using other ones that react similarly. So cool stuff. I actually love seeing mods like this get made. Next up, we got the Little Mirror of Expressions full collection by Little House of Imagination. So this adds in 538 different expressions. Now, you may already have a version of this if you're using the Favorite Fashionistas Mega Pack here. I typically don't use QSAT too much. I just prefer the regular menu here of many hours in the photo mode here, so I actually can't get this one to properly show up because it's using the Favorite Fashionistas Mega Pack. But I'm just going to go through their images here, and just a heads up with any expression or any photo mode mod in general that different body types do react a little bit differently in different races. Like obviously a Dragonborn's not going to smile like Astarion does, but you can see here some really cool appearances. I like the bite face there and some more smiles. And you see I suck with QSAT. I'm just going to put this out here. Every time I use it, this is what happens. Or we get the classic T-pose. Oh, great. Now my character's stuck T-posing. Are you kidding me? Oh no, this is not going great. I have a feeling that my game is about to crash here any minute now. Sorry about that. When I test run these videos, sometimes I run into these issues that I'm trying to prevent happening. But next up, we got the silhouettes by Goblin here. Hey, it's Goblin. This adds in more poses here that I think look amazing. I'm going to go through their photos because my character is currently stuck in the Shadow Realm here. But I love these because they're nice. I do a lot of thumbnails using photo mode, and having cool shots like this is incredible. I can't wait to get this one working outside of QSAT. So yeah, it's really nice. And there are 24 new poses included in this. So great stuff here. Incredible. And yeah, these shots are literally out of this world. I almost think this is a cosplay. It looks that crazy good. So yeah, their work's much better than mine could be. They also have a guide linked on here on how to use QSAT. But yeah, definitely worth checking out, and it's an incredible mod. And next up, we got the Wrongway Warlock here by Wrongway Fell Down. So this adds in another mod similar to some of the other ones. I actually talked with them earlier this week, where they have the elemental clothes and the elemental jewelry that was added to console. And this one makes some changes to how you will start as a Warlock, because it comes with a bunch of gear that's, it's strong gear, but it makes for a fun playthrough, especially if you're using a bunch of difficulty mods. You want to just add in stuff to kind of chain and combo together. So yeah, I'll just go quickly through all the equipment here, and you can pause if you want to read it a little bit more, but some cool stuff for Warlock fans, and definitely I've been seeing comments for people wanting more Warlock stuff, so there we go. We also got one for a pure fighter here, which adds in some more equipment to the very start of the game, which is going to be strong for a fighter. Not that the fighter really needs it. They're already one of the strongest classes in Baldur's Gate 3, but you can see this cool fiery hammer here, junk torch, the Odyssey drum. Yeah, some cool stuff that I'm just going to quickly go through again here. And that is, again, by Wrongway Fell Down. And next up, we got the Wings of the Red Dragon by Nick Jima. All right, so shout out Hard Subbing in here. This is what they look like. I think they're really cool. I'm a fan of different types of wing mods, and this one adds in the just red wings here. Something to note, it works on all the tall races, humans, elf, tieflings, gith, half-orcs, and dragonborn. Does not work on the short races, like a lot of the wing mods. It's unfortunate, it just happens there. So yeah, Wings of the Red Dragon by Nick Jima. And next up, we got the Fortis Magus, the Rolan's Robes Redone by Poppy here. This is a really nice one because man's got a 12 strength score. That's higher than any of the like Will, Gale, or Astarion. That dude's strong. He definitely goes to the gym, and he's a great wizard. So it's just robes that reflects that. And in another life, I think Rolan would be gym bros with Karlach. So this is another awesome Rolan-inspired mod by Poppy. She also has the Rolan spells out there. Next up, we got the Anti-Hag support group Restyled, which gives all the characters here different appearances. So you can see the before and the after. So she gets a little bit of green or gold around the eyes there. Here's Kled and Jatlo and Mrs. Wub. So yeah, this is a cool mod that just makes some changes to the characters there. Great stuff. Mod made by What's on the Flip. Next up, we got the Sword of the Sailor here, which is similar to like the Club of Hill Giant Strength, but it gives you the Spinach of the Sailor Man, increasing your strength to 19. It's a light finesse weapon you can throw in the offhand. Love it. Sold by Blurg in the Underdark. This is by Dionys. We also have the Blade of Gluttoneous Prince variant here by Archon, which I think looks amazing. So you can see it on my character there, but unfortunately I cannot control my character. But yeah, that's what we're working with here. It's a really cool dagger-style weapon here, which is light finesse. It has lightning and cold damage on it, gives you bonuses to your spell save DC, ignoring resistance to slashing damage, and it gives you lightning charges as well. Cool stuff. Love this weapon. And next up, we got Effectively Talk. I think this is a mod that I would love to have in real life because it gives you a +10 to your social stats. So Deception, Intimidation, Performance, and Persuasion all get a nice +10. Just a lightweight mod. It's a cheap mod, but hey, it may be nice if this is all you want from a cheap mod. And finally, we got the hand crossbow conversions by Dionys here as well. This makes hand crossbow versions of the Titan string bow amazing. This is something that everyone definitely would enjoy. I'm also working on a mod which has a charisma-based version of the Titan string bow, kind of cool. We have a dead shot for the hand crossbow version and a column mail, Gaunter mail. So that was a solid week of mods in Baldur's Gate 3. I should hopefully have my next subclass mod completed, so you can expect to see that in next week's video. And Larian Studios was actually using my Way of the Pizza Chef monk in their modded stream playthrough this week, so that was amazing to see again. So definitely go check out the Way of the Pizza Chef monk subclass mod here by myself. If you haven't already, definitely worth a playthrough, and it's pretty funny. So let me know your favorite mod from today. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed, and we'll catch you all in the next video.